introduction, your name, and what you do.
My name is Professor U.A. Raheem, a professor in the Department of Geography and Environmental Management and Director, Technical and Leadership Center, University of Illinois since August 2023.
Wow. It's nice to meet you, sincerely.
Good to see you again.
Thank you, sir.
All right, sir, can you briefly tell us what you do as the director of this entrepreneurship skill?
This is a center for entrepreneurship development. What we do basically is to ensure you and your colleague students become entrepreneurs before you leave this campus, irrespective of the course of study for which you are here. So as you go out, you want to have your BSc, BEd, whatever, and a skill that you can call your own when you graduate from here.
That's a beautiful idea, because even me as a student, I didn't know this was the idea the school had, and I know a lot of students also do not have this kind of idea, and a lot of people think this GSC skill is just another course. They don't see it as an entrepreneurship skill. So you explaining that is really an eye-opener to us. Thank you so much, sir.
Yeah, and I think it's something we have to know, or it's skills is something we have to learn, because basically most of us don't really, most people don't survive with what they actually study, and it's good to be able to, be able to bring something to the table outside your BSc certificate, and that's really beautiful. So, sir, you mentioned that you've been the director of tech since 2022. Three, all right. So, as a director of tech, what are some of the challenges can you just briefly tell us how the experience of being the director of tech since 2023 up until date, how has it been?
Thank you very much. It's been very interesting. I don't see challenges. The reason why you are appointed to direct or to head a unit is to go and confront the challenges, not to go and complain about them.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so there will always be challenges, and the job of a director or a head of any unit is to confront those challenges. So the day you think there will be no challenge is the day there will be no unit.
Sure.
So as long as you pretend over men, over human beings, you have challenges. As long as you operate under scarce economic resources, you have challenge. As long as you operate under environmental conditions for which you are not a determinant, you will have challenges. You continue to circumvent them, confront them, and they'll be behind you. I give an example. In this center when I came, we rely on municipal water supply. And what we do here is not about water supply from the town that will come once a week or not at all in a week. So we need a steady water supply. So we had to look around. We started buying water. That was not going to be enough. And so we looked around. We discovered there was a borehole dug 11 years ago. And I had to contact the Vice Chancellor to please let me exhume it. And we did. And we reticulated it. It's now serving us under solar pumping. And the whole of the center now has water since about 1 year. So I think that is a challenge. We circumvent it. That's all our resolution.
That's beautiful. No one would have ever thought that a center like this would ever have something like a water issue. Like, it didn't actually ever it didn't come to my mind at all.
I was like, oh, this place is so beautiful, and then we had to go to the tailoring place. And when I saw it, I was like, oh my god, the sight of those machines, like, I am a fashion designer, so the sight of those machines were really pleasing to you. I was like, I did not know the school had this kind of place, and I've seen the work that you have done, like, just even if it's just little, and it's really beautiful.
Thank you.
Right, so sir, are there any future plans you have for tech, or is this like the way you have innovated this place and the skills that we study now? Is there any future plans you have for us as students, or is this just like the level that we should still work on?
Well, the largest room in the world is the room for improvement.
That's true.
So the day you start struggling is the day you're dead. I see a center that is more equipped than this. because before I came, the schools were running from town. Every Monday, students go to town to meet their trainers. And I imagine that sending my 12,000 students to the street on Monday, 12 to 2, is rather too expensive for me. Because if you calculate that each student will spend 200 naira to Afro, for example, you are looking at 24 million or 2.4 million naira every day.
Wow,
Every Monday. That's a lot. So it is very cheap for me to give one trainer 1,000 naira to come than make each student travel with 200 naira.
Wow.
So I insisted all the training should take place here. As much as possible, we now have all the trainings here, and others that are not here are taking place on campus where the trainers have their offices. And so it reduces cost. And beyond that, the condition of the situation of the country now is such that it must be security conscious.
Yes.
I cannot trust my students to the Marwa drivers. I cannot trust my students to taxi drivers. Kidnappers are in town. And so I want to have them here. So it is cheaper for me to bring trainers here than to send students to them. So we have been able to achieve that, but not without challenges. Now, where do we train the students? Where you bring, for example, 3,000 students on a day, and they have to take their skills. There's no space to stay. Yes, we are still working out that, and we hope that part of the future will be to have my students settled down in conducive environment to take their skills, and that will entail constructing classrooms here, having a training rooms here, so that when students can settle down, just like they are in other places. Like you said, it's been taken like any other course before, but now it is being realized even by our university management that is a different course that you have to do hands-on. So listening to lectures, just like you are doing your BS in geography, will not make you an entrepreneur. You have to do it the way they do it. So it is unconventional, and we must approach it unconventionally. And so in the future, we want to see skilled here in a more conducive environment.
So I think of myself, and I think maybe the entire University of Ilorin wants to say thank you sincerely for the effort you've put as regards tech, because we were saying something about 200 naira to and fro. Right now, it's not 200 naira again.
Yes.
It's like maybe 800 naira to and fro.
It's hypothetical.
Yeah.
It's just hypothetical.
Sincerely. And then it's going to cost a lot. And so thank you for thinking about us. Thank you for, just basically thinking about us and our well-being. Sincerely, it's a thing to be grateful about. My friend made mention of the machines we saw when we visited the tailoring department. And we know that just looking at those machines, we know that it costs a lot.
Yes.
It can cost like a lot of resources. So once we've not been able to look at those other departments, but we want to believe that there are departments that use machines too. And so as regards that, are there plans as regards, you spoke about building classes and making it more convenient for the students. But as regards the machines, do you think there are still needs to increase to have more machines and more equipment? Not just even about just the tailoring department. It could be every other department. Yeah.
Yes, I hope we will have opportunity to also visit some other units apart from the garment unit. There's a paint unit. The paint unit is one of the largest around. The machine you saw there is a 12-head machine monograph. Maybe it can only be rivaled by the Kwara State Garment Factory they just opened. Apart from the 12 head, we have 6 heads. The best you can find with the private tailoring units is about 2 or 4 mouths. But we have 6, we have 12, and we We have industrial machines, even many that are still not being displayed. Uh, other units apart from the garment also have. We have a large format printer that can print a banner that is as big as this wall.
Wow.
It's in the graphic unit. We have a direct image machine where we can publish books. It's in the garment unit. We have a fully equipped photography room where you can do your photo shoots and so on. It's in the photography unit. We have a whole room with computer and phone repair equipment. It is also there. We have a fishery unit where we raise fish and all of that. But technology is not sleeping. It's very dynamic. And we are looking at even updating what we have. Just recently, because of power outage, and that the government units need to sit down and just wait till light comes. So we decided to go for gas iron. We just procured gas iron or 4, which uses gas. So we can do our ironing even when there's no light. The Vice Chancellor just approved for us to install 30 kVA solar inverter to this place. And that is going to give us an uninterrupted power supply with or without NEPA. We are doing a lot. There's going to be 3D printer very soon, which we are just ordering, and so on. Many more.
Hold on, sir. I think, Joy, this is a good place to say Unilearn is really better by far.
I'm serious.
It's really better than by far, because Unilearn is not just basically about just the academic. The morality they install in us. The fact that you have to be moral, you have to be upright, and the fact that they think about us sincerely. I think I'm privileged to be.
No, let me give an idea. When your parents train you in the house, you think that you harsh, because you don't know you have that moral until you get out and you see somebody who does not have. And the person looks like a mad person to you. It is a human being. So because it is in you, but you never noticed. But you now look at the town and you see somebody who does not have what you have. And you say, from which planet is this one? Because it will be completely strange. That is exactly what you have with Unilearn. People will say, too much. Yes. Go to campuses where there is no wahala. And you will see a lot of deviants as characters. And so when you go out, my daughter graduated from here in law and went to another university to do masters. And she was just giving me testimony. I said, Daddy, there are mad people. Can never believe it. I see this, this cannot happen here. Until you get out of here, you know what you have.
Okay, so sir, we are about to come to the end of this interview, but I think I have a question. I don't know if you have a question too. Me and my friend, we're actually friends from the same department. So we went to, when we visited the garmentry unit, I was telling her, I said, is the time for this GSC, is it enough? Because she's a fashion designer. So I'm like, is it enough for this people to really learn the what's it called, the thing they really have to learn as regards making garments, So I want to ask, do you think the 3 months we are using or the few months we are using is enough time? And if it's not enough time, what is the plan to make us better, or to learn the skills better? Or what would you advise that we do after learning the skills for the few months we have?
Fantastic question. A semester is just 13 weeks. And that is the prescription of the National Universities Commission. I should take practicals in entrepreneurship for 3 weeks. So where it's not enough. You cannot train a good tailor for 3 months and you expect that you will not be in trouble with people's clothes. You cannot train people to know painting or any skill just for 13 weeks or roughly 12 weeks, because they don't start the week we resume. So we know it's not enough, far less than enough. Meanwhile, it is the first stage is to whet your appetite, to now rearrange your psyche. You now know this exists. You now know you can do it. You now like one of them. And in that process, you are scored. You have attenders and you have a final score. And you earn your credits. So the 13-week program is credit earning.
Okay.
Because it's a compulsory requirement of your program. Whether you are in law or you are in religion or you are in engineering, you must pass through here. That makes it compulsory for you. And you need that credit pass to graduate. However, after this semester, you now discover, when I was doing my GSE in tech, I saw monogram machine. I need to learn about it. You come back. You say, I want to learn this monogram for 1 year, or 6 months. Then we enroll you as an apprentice. And you come, you give us your schedule. That from this time to this time I'll be having time. You'll be coming. I can also come at this period during weekend and you learn. If you satisfactorily complete the time period, you now earn a certificate, not a credit or whatever you earned before. You now earn a certificate. So when you come for the first 13 weeks, it is credit earning. When you come back for another period of time, it's certificate earning. I hope you understand.
Yes, I'm just getting to know about that, because at some point I'm like, so are we just going to use 13 weeks to learn about this thing?
Exactly.
But I think knowing that there's a place or there's an avenue that we can come back to learn, I think really it's really very beautiful.
Yes.
Sincerely, it is. Thank you so much.
And so you made mention about coming back to enroll as an apprentice. Are there any charges? Like, do we come as students and you do it for like free? Like, because
it's supposed to be free, but people no longer appreciate free things.
That's true.
So if you commit some money, you will be more serious.
Very true.
It's going to be very. We know if you want to learn tailoring, you know that.
Yes, sir.
You know what and you have to do freedom.
Yes.
A cooler of rice.
Right,
But we don't do that. We don't do that. We just charge token. Just for you to get committed to it. And when you graduate, we give you certificates.
You know, before I got admission to school, I wanted to learn fashion design, and when I stayed in Abuja. So when I saw how much it cost, I'm like, no, they don't get admission and go to school.
Yes.
And then I think this really gives a privilege for people that, I don't want to say underprivileged somehow, but people that don't really have, the necessity, like they are not really from a very wealthy background, to learn something that is tangible, because Nigeria and the economy, is teaching you go and get a skill, guy, you can get a skill. So yes, I think that's all the questions I have.
Right. So just one final question. So what would be your advice to students who just see this GS as a course instead of as a skill? Because a lot of students just see it, I just want to make my A, I want to make my B. They don't really see it as a skill that would help them in the future. A lot of people think that they would start making money or earning a living with the course that they study. And we know that this Nigerian situation is not like that. So what are your advice to students to start taking this course seriously?
Well, the advice is very simple. I don't blame them for not knowing. You don't blame people for lack of knowledge. You can only blame them when they get the knowledge and don't make use of it. Now they know, or they should know, that GSC is just not another course. It's an entrepreneurship development course. Apart from the fact that it's compulsory, the Nigerian situation has also made it necessary that you own a skill. And we have students who have practically abandoned their degree
Yes.
and are now making good
money.
money
Very, very
Money.
true.
from
Very true.
what they learned. I cannot claim that 13 weeks will give you a meal ticket. No. But once, if you come here, go around, explore, check what we have, and pick one, you will get it at less than a hundredth of what you will pay outside. And you
That's
will
beautiful.
do it, and will certify you.
Certificates.
Certification from a university
University,
is
yeah.
far
Yes.
more relevant and more respected than anybody outside.
Yeah.
So I want to urge them not to see GSE courses as just any other course. It has changed name. It is now ENT, entrepreneurship course. At 200 level now, they are not doing GSE, they are doing ENT 211.
Wow.
Next year, they will also do GSE 3, sorry, ENT 312.
Okay.
It is called venture creation. I was just telling somebody that next year, before you graduate, all of you must register business before you graduate. Incidentally, it's not compulsory this year, but it's still advisable that you have a venture, get it registered. And we are collaborating with the Corporate Affairs Commission to make it as cheap as possible and as convenient as possible, because they will have to come here, have a desk in tech, so that our students will not need to go and meet them. You will register here, you will pick your certificate here. So I think these are some of the advice. Take it serious. It is in your own interest.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time. I think I will just want to ask one question just to whet our audience appetite, and that's going to be the final question.
Okay.
And the question is, do you know people who learned a skill here
Yes.
and are making ends meet, like they're really big? Just maybe a few persons, just to whet the appetite of our audience.
There is a lot of them. Incidentally, I know one who came here before I became director. He himself told me that he studied religion, but he came here to do something agriculture under the skill. And when he left the university, he went to self, he came back and started agriculture farming. Now, he told me, it's just the JR farms. You can Google JR farms. He has farms in 4 countries now.
4.
Oh, wow, that's
He
beautiful.
has in Nigeria, he has in Rwanda, I think he has in Kenya or in Ghana. In 4 African countries. We had given about 30 of our students internship job.
Okay.
And it started from here.
Wow.
That's very interesting.
I think now I'm interested because
Yes.
you just whet our appetite.
Oh.
Because
We are agricultural
agricultural
students.
You wanna agree?
Yes.
We are from the Faculty of Agriculture. We are currently running the program Agriculture.
Yeah.
Okay.
We are not currently in the department because we are just in our 300 level.
Okay.
Yeah, so in our 400 level we have a department.
Yeah.
So I think I'm going to Google GR farms.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
I
please, we are
don't
coming
know
from
what to do
you. Please, I beg you, in the name of God, grant us an intern program. But I've been looking for a company that I could do my internship program, because agriculture for me is passion.
Yes.
It's for me, it's not just a profession, it's passion. So I think this just really whet my appetite, and I'm going online to look for GR farms. We are coming for you.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, thank you so much, sir, for your time.
You're
We do
welcome.
appreciate, and we look forward to having conversations like this with you some other time.
Thank you so much,
sir.
sir.
Thank
And
you.
to our viewers, if you're a student of the University of Ilorin, just know that GS is not just a course, it is a skill that could build you. You know that in Nigeria today, our economy is not so good that you would use your degree to make a living. So this GS skill will actually help you to make a living in the future. You don't have to now rely on your on your degree, you now have to rely on your skill and make a living, a creative living, a beautiful living. So please take your GSE very, very serious. Thank
And
you so
again,
much.
University of Ilorin is really better by far.
Better
It's
by
really
far.
And you're privileged to be in the University of Ilorin. Thank you so much. And
Thanks
do
so much for
have
watching.
a beautiful evening. Again, my name is Anna Omomi Abayomi.
And I am Benjamin Joy. Thank you for watching.
See you some other time. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
The director said